Hi guys, and welcome back to the ASMR version of MARU versus Hero. Once again, we have a strong engagement in between the two pro players, this time from the South Korean scene, so both of them from South Korea, as they're spawning here on an ASL map called Moon Dance. So very interesting engagement here in between them, as we have Spongy in the upper left in the blue. It is MARU, currently considered to be one of the best Terran players in the world, if not the best Terran player. And his opponent, interesting enough, also considered to be the best Protoss in the world in the year 2022. It is of course Hero, who is spawning here as the red Protoss, opening up pretty standard and interesting position here for his pylon with his gateway very much close to his mineral line, just to give protection towards those robes, and even continuing here with his assimilator. At the same time, his probe is already out here really early. So we see a very early scouting probe here by Hero, wanting to know what exactly MARU is up to, what exactly his plans are, and also checking exactly if there is a barracks and not a proxy barracks out on the map. So very interesting, and of course a really important scout here for the Protoss player, as he sees now the barracks, he sees the supply depot, and the double gas is also up here for MARU. So we might see soon a very strong push here by MARU, perhaps with some Reapers would be very interesting later on. Some Helens could also be an option. And of course, let's not forget that most Terrans really like to go into those medivacs just to drop units into the economy from the enemy and just punish those workers as much as they can. So let's see, one SCV is dropping really low. The second one is also really low. So this probe is doing quite a nice job here, being annoying and just staying into this proximity, just trying of course to poke at those SCVs, even steal perhaps some minerals. And look at that, this one SCV is dropping actually very low. It might have to get healed now, it might have to get repaired. And the MARU nicely doing this. In the end, the Hero probe has been killed by the one Reaper, I believe it was, yes, with the help of one SCV. Of course, the Reaper is also scouting for some proxy cannons, but no such thing here by Hero, as he's also going into an expansion. Check his main really quick. He's going for an adept, and also his cybernetic score is up. So nice hidden Stargate here by Hero. Of course, we've seen him, he really likes to go into those oracles early on. He really likes to be aggressive and just attack the mineral line of the enemy as much as he can. So yeah, his nexus is about to get finished. You can of course nicely defend this nexus into this choke point with some other buildings. But yeah, interesting enough, Hero is deciding to be very open here against MARU. So let's have a look at the next steps. The Reaper is very much close in, so pretty soon he might try to jump here over the cliff, but there's two adepts waiting for him. And hold on, let me just take a sip of water, as once again my voice is giving up a little bit. The one Reaper might get some kills, but no, in the end it gets sniped. So let's see if we can actually listen to me zipping some water. So Hero continuing here with his Phoenix. I believe you could actually hear the sound of the water, as it is indeed a ASMR cast. See a nice mine here by MARU, almost taking out this one Phoenix. A second mine here, so the Phoenix is going to be very much hurt here for the Protoss, as he has to retreat. And interesting enough, we don't see oracles, we actually see massive amounts of Phoenixes by Hero. So Hero deciding to be very much aggressive early on, very abusive with those Phoenixes, allowing them to regenerate the energy. And very soon, as we're closing at the 5-minute mark, might try to attack MARU here, might try to attack his economy, even to lift up some units and snipe them, as we see MARU go into one Viking after seeing so many Phoenixes out. And look at that, we see a small attempt here by Hero with some adepts closing here forward. We might try to snipe one SCV or two, so nice job here by Hero, as MARU is still being very defensive. The same can be said by Hero. I guess he just really wants to have a huge amount of Phoenixes out, just to let them restore their energy, add more and more. Yes, indeed, he's even adding more and more of those Phoenixes. Stays here into this proximity with his adepts and just waits for that energy to come up, as he's going to attack very surely the mineral line here from MARU, as of course MARU knows this is going to add the engineering base, going to add some turrets, and interesting enough, we don't see a major engagement in between the two pros as we've passed now the 5-minute mark. So both players pretty much respecting each other. Hero also taking this expansion. Let's check his main once again. I believe he might transition into mass gateway units now. He's of course known for his zealots and blinking stalker pushes, so let's just see what his options are going to be here, as his economy is looking really strong with 49 workers versus the 38 for MARU. MARU of course is expecting that attack with the phoenixes. Where are those phoenixes still patrolling this area? Of course the phoenix also a perfect counter against the drop attempt by MARU, so MARU knows this of course. I don't see any medivacs moving out. I see a raven, so no attempt for him to move out with those medivacs. Of course it would have been a suicide mission with 2 medivacs attacking the Protoss now, as he has so many phoenixes up in the air and he's nicely splitting those phoenixes. Of course expecting MARU to be into this zone. They both players know of course the timing for any pushes. So Hero nicely and smartly moving out here with his triple phoenixes, and triple phoenix of course hunting for some medivacs. But there is no such thing by MARU, as MARU plays it very much defensively and calculated here against Hero. In comes Hero picking up some units and now goes for the Vikings. But there's so many Marines on the ground, even grids are being added as 2 or 3 phoenixes have been killed here. So yeah, Hero just shows his air dominance, of course forcing MARU not to go into any medivacs. A very interesting strategy here by him. Of course we know that a very strong tool for the Terrans are of course those medivacs, as they can uplift the infantry, and some Hellions, perhaps even some Widow ones. But hold on, we actually see an attack now by MARU, regrouping here in the middle of the map, feeling really confident, as he has Marauders, Marines, and so many Widow mines out on the map, and some medivacs for support. Here we go, Stim is up, so many cannons here for Hero. Is going to stay back, and nice force fields here by him. Of course the force fields perfectly protecting him here against a sheer amount of infantry, and now we even see a Colossus here. So the Colossus of course the perfect counter towards the infantry for the Terran. More and more gateway units have been added, and Hero pretty much now transitioning to gateway units and Colossus against the infantry for MARU. MARU still in control of the map. Sites do expand, the upgrades do go out. In case I'm missing something, you can of course see in the upper left part the production tab, as yeah, both players nicely just respecting each other here, as we have some debris and some flying birds here onto this map. Very beautiful map. A mine is going to get a good connection, so MARU nicely leaving those mines behind. And yeah, also very beautiful plants here onto this map. We see once again the purple crystals here onto this map. Nice lights here, I believe LED lights this be here, yeah. So very interesting stuff here. Even rocks, we have nice rocks, and it's a very beautiful scenery, just like in the movie Avatar. So looking very nicely here. Yeah, let's see at the next steps here of those players. Double mines are being produced. Some barracks, of course, for the infantry, as we even see a ghost academy, of course, for those snipers. MARU really likes his snipers against the Zerg, against the Protoss, just because of that EMP and of course the sniping ability. And let's not forget that they can also launch a nuclear strike against the opponent. So let's just see exactly if these are the plans from MARU. Actually going to land some nukes here against Hero. Hero playing it once again very much defensively. He knows of course that those phoenixes will intercept some medivacs if needed. And yeah, MARU just decides to walk towards Hero with his infantry, with his medivacs to back him up, just patrolling the area, just feeling confident, and at the same time expanding while moving out with his army. Interesting enough. He has of course anti-air turrets all over the place, or he should at least have them. He even have some Vikings in the air, just to have something against those phoenixes. Although we might see Hero get some good connections here. He's also smartly moving out with some phoenixes hallucinations. So yeah, nice job by him, having of course vision, and those phoenixes are as well really fast. So let's see if he can make something happen here. Of course he has to evade those mines. Decides to push here forward. He might pick up a marine or two. goes for one SCV. He might try to attack this location. It's not that well defended. Only one turret here. Scouting the map, just snapping SCV after SCV. So very much efficient tactics here by Hero against MARU, just slowly but steadily poking at him, just like being annoying with a small needle towards his skin, for example. So very nice move out by him, not losing any phoenixes, just sniping worker after worker. So yeah, MARU nicely defending now with those Widow Mines. Of course, a good counter, a perfect counter with that splash damage against the phoenixes. But hold on, we see now Hero being the one moving out with his Archons in the front, with the Zealots. Of course, the Zealots much needed just to give more and more tankiness towards the units. And let's see what exactly is going to happen. So many infantry, and we saw the first EMP here by MARU. Nice EMP, of course, to scare Hero off. But Hero looking like he's going to win. He's going to teleport some Zealots. And yeah, we might see a huge engagement here in the middle of the map. Nice disruptor shot to take out the turret. And we now see the anti-armor rocket here from the Terran, making even those Archons actually looking like oranges. A very beautiful orange color once again for the Protoss. A nice beautiful color here, especially for those Archons. They look really beautiful, really nice into that orange color. Finally they come back into their natural color. So nice job here by MARU, scaring Hero off with that anti-armor rocket, turning everything into oranges. So nice job here by him. This Hero is regrouping here into this proximity, and then comes a suicide mission for those Zealots straight into the main army from MARU. So both players just showing their presence, and yeah, just respecting of course each other really much. So still not deciding to go for a major engagement, still of course trying to go for a different unit composition, try to see what exactly will fit them best in. And of course we see the snipers here for MARU with that full energy, as yeah, he's also patrolling here this zone with his infantry, and having yet another split army here. Hero with some Zealots, sadly they will offer their lives for ire. So still Hero not really penetrating towards MARU. Those players are preparing of course their macro orientated game. More and more minerals are being casted, more and more workers will be added, massive amounts of gas as well. So let's see into what transition the Protoss might go. Might go for some carriers. Tempest could be an interesting idea. What else could there be? Mass Archons are also a nice idea for him. Even adding an Oracle here. So, but hold on, by the looks of it, a main strong army move out here is going to happen by MARU, immediately attacking. But notice how he's casting a EMP shockwave before he attacks. So every time he does that, really smart by move, as is now being revealed by the star spell of the Protoss. A very beautiful spell as well, making all of those units visible towards the Protoss. And yeah, once again the star spell looking very big here onto this one rock, also showing us Hero, also showing us of course the advanced technology of the Protosses. Yeah, let's see how this is going to unfold. Some stalkers are pretty much exposed. They will however snipe a mine and just blink out. Same time another task force, actually a huge task force here by Hero, trying to snap some of those units, try to snap some of the economy from MARU. So some SCVs are pretty much under siege. EMP not yet being casted. Some snipes will be go out, and yeah, MARU finally decides to attack. At the same time, a sneaky move out here by Hero, but notice that he's only attacking with quite a small force. MARU will of course be able to hold here, so maybe he just wants to sacrifice some of his ground units, some of his gateway units, just to transition into something else, perhaps some carriers. Let's see what his plans are. We do see actually massive amounts of starports here, so another Oracle, interesting enough, and some Tempests with an Observer, of course, to have vision against those snipers. And we see a recall, a teleport back by the Protoss, but sadly for Hero he did lose those stalkers, so not really gaining any economic advantage. 67 workers for MARU, 77 here for Hero. As yeah, still the game unfolds. We slowly but steadily closing at the 20-minute mark. We have speed being done and all the other upgrades, invisibility for the snipers, speed, infantry, weapons, and so on. So many upgrades here. You can even see them here into this location. Scans go out on the map. MARU wants, of course, to know exactly every move here by hero, and at the same time, hero expanding here really nicely, letting his cannons, of course, perhaps even adding some shield batteries into this location. So let's see. MARU is very close by. He has some snipers in the front, and his infantry looking also really strong and confident with a good moral. Yeah, hero just has to expand. To cancel. Sadly for him, he will lose this one expansion. So a lot of minerals have been added there. He might try to intercept, but he needs to be careful. Just a small task force here by MARU against hero. So hero is clumping everything up together, and he has so many high templars. So remember, high templars with full energy can cast 2 storms. So very strong unit. Later on, it can be morphed with 2 high templars into an Archon. Archon also really strong with a huge shield. But hold on, once again, EMPs have been casted by the small task force by MARU. He needs to be careful. Hero comes from the back. He might get intercepted. Those tempests are of course slow, but their range is really high, as we see the first nuclear launch being attempted here by MARU. And yeah, more and more EMPs. The infantry force is fighting, of course, for their lives. At the same time, a second task force, much stronger force here for hero. Might see once again EMP, so really smart choice here by him to go for that EMP, to go for his snipers. And he's nicely kiting back and forth, just damaging building after building and unit after unit. He sees those observers. Now the Tempest with their high range can of course intercept, as MARU pretty much has to retreat. So much more mobility here for MARU, but at the same time a bigger range here for the Protoss. So unit after unit, of course, it's going to get slowly but steadily sniped here. We see now a confident move out here by hero. I believe he might try to commit here. Let's see where exactly is he going to attack. The high templars are in the back. Huge amounts of energy for those. Nice first storm and nice kiting back and forth. This time by hero with his tempests. He just keeps attacking. A nice scan here. A great EMP shockwave. Even greater high templar storms, just crashing everything here. Just so much lightning. Psionic storm lightning against the Terran units. And this could be a good counter here for the Protoss against such a huge mass of infantry. But yeah, MARU answers at the same note with his EMPs, with his snipers, with the infantry being splitted now. So nice job here by him. The snipers are dropping really low into energy. Hero feeling more and more confident. He is currently on this ledge. Needs to be careful not to get nuked here by MARU. MARU will of course nuke himself. Of course, he's known for this. Be very interesting to see if he could actually land a nuke onto his own units, but yeah, no such thing. This is now microing out of that nuclear launch, nuclear explosion, perhaps some radiance, but no such thing in Starcraft 2. And yeah, let's see what exactly is going to happen. The snipers once again in the front. Perhaps MARU tries to lure here hero into a trap, but still both players are maxed out. And this is a very scary army here by hero. Nice army here by him. And yeah, MARU, interesting enough, as you can see on the minimap, is deciding to perhaps split his troop. Let's see, hero feels really confident moving out, but MARU comes in from 3 directions. So it's very hard here for hero to out-micro this. Actually, it's impossible to out-micro. Of course, he can't escape. His tempests are really slow. Of course, the reinforcements too poor here forward. It's just zealots. The tempests try to kite a little bit back and forth. Yeah, MARU has lost quite a huge amount of infantry, but at the same time hero also getting punished here. And in the end, as you can see at the army count, sadly here for hero, he has dropped really low. So just like SERRAL has shown us with his Zerg surrounds, MARU has executed the same thing. Actually lured here hero into a trap, into this choke point, attacking him from 3 directions. In the end, of course, taking that fight. Of course, hero could have teleported at home. I don't think if he would have had enough energy, he decided to stay clumped up together. Of course, retreating wouldn't have been a good idea, as those tempests, like I told you, are really slow. High templars as well. And now hero has to defend. He still has a strong force to defend here against MARU. EMPs once again go out. And yeah, once again hero showing us, MARU showing us the strength of those snipers. Once again EMPing everything, but we do have carriers now. Nice hidden carriers in the back. More and more is coming here forward for MARU against hero. And let's see if hero can hold perhaps with some reinforcements, but no. going to be the GG. So MARU with a brilliant strategic move, luring perhaps Hero into a trap, into this small choke point here, into this location, making it impossible for him to retreat. And even if he wanted to retreat, it would have been a deadly retreat, as he would have lost more and more against that stimmed infantry. And let's not forget the snipers from MARU. So every game that I casted, he really likes to go into those snipers, just casting EMPs, just sniping everything he can, lurkers and so on, corruptors, even those broodlords. So quite strong unit for the Terrans, those snipers. MARU knows this, of course, and he shows us that strength of it. And now with that strategic move, like I told you, with that split, just like SERRAL with his Zerglings and his Banelings and Roaches, exactly a perfect execution here against Hero. Hero with a very strong force, very versatile force with those Archons, with those High Temper Storm, perfect High Temper Storms being casted here by him, crippling the infantry from MARU. But yeah, MARU luckily with his Medivacs staying alive, replenishing his HP, and yeah, in the end, taking of course this game, a very interesting game in between the two pro players. Like I told you, the best Terran and the best Protoss currently there is in 2022, July or August. Once again, I hope you enjoyed this ASMR replay, this ASMR cast. Hope it made you relax and perhaps even sleep. Once again, I would like to thank you for watching. We'll be seeing, of course, in the next replays, a mix of ASMR and a mix of the in-game sound will be also available really soon. So trying, of course, new things onto this channel. Once again, thank you for watching. We'll be seeing, of course, in the next replays. This is Tommy signing out.